Slow down a push onto site. And this time around, CLG Red are making their way towards B. Bit of a default though, a B heavy default, if you will. The drone gonna be able to push Flowerful off that corner, but it was a bait! The fake rendezvous allows Flowerful to get one on Bungie, and now that's 2 down on the side of CLG Red. Flowerful punished for it, but ultimately, Shopify Rebellion with the advantage, and as I say that, it falls to a 3v3.
Yeah, Laurie still has the op though, is holding it down A, and but the spike is situated around the B site. You can see Amnesia holding it, waiting. Sonder might actually be able to catch this out though. Very wary of the corners. I actually think Sonder might peek through, knowing where Amnesia is, but Amnesia able to catch that out. That's the B site, semi-clear. Some pressure created, so maybe the back off to A. You can see a little bit of a wrap around here from Claudia.
This
is
is
attempting
really
to gain
like
some
nice
ground.
positioning. Yeah.
Definitely is possible.
You can see the pings going through from Claudia as well. I mean, with that positioning, she's able to hear Laurie.
30 seconds left.
Now KP holding it down on B. They know it's going to be a B take, but the flank should be coming through. Yeah, and that's a Hunter's Fury going down. Claudia with the 3K is going to be able to close out a 3rd round on the board for CLG Red. Say that Flowerful was down in that position. Now, CLG Red making their way back towards the A site this time around. They've had enough of that default and just going to be 2 watching the flank here. 1 operator in hand for Bungie. And an eco round largely for Shopify Rebellion.
Oh, and Laurie's hiding right behind box. He's waiting for somebody to peek through, and you
They
can
have
see
no
that cheeky
idea.
corner. I don't think they do. Amnesia might actually attempting the wall up, covering some ground, but KP, you see those shock darts. Just beautiful knowledge of how to use that Sova. I think what's a little bit ironic as well is that Han and KP just love playing the same characters, which I think is beautiful. But I guess, you know, that might just be what they are a little bit more comfortable with, as they were somewhat on the same team as well. You can see Laurie attempting to pick off with just a classic. Might just be able to get some damage here for Panini to peek along, but Bungie with the op is going to be a force to be reckoned with. You can see Flowerful left alone now. The trademark's still there. And my apologies, the rendezvous still there for use. And the headhunter as well. But doesn't seem like that's really needed, as there is a Vandal in the hands for Flowerful. But definitely using this rendezvous, maybe getting aggressive, knowing they can have that and utilize that to get themselves out of sticky situations. You can see here, players fighting within the same angle. That's Bungie down. Some damage down on Rai, so if Flowerful can take out Han in just a nick of time, might just be able to pick out Rise as well, but no, the cross hold held here, and this is dangerous. The one there, are they able to get it? No, the reload comes through, and Flowerful is going to go down with this round.
Site, after hearing some contact, we might save it for the retake. We did see it come out early previously. It's not going to come out quite yet. Actually, might be going for the retake this time around, but as the drone clears, unfortunately, Bungie does end up falling. Now that's 2 down on the side of CLG Red. That's tough. I mean, you got the false sense of security, Gompers, with the Owl drone, but unfortunately, it does miss, costing the life of your Opper. That's such an expensive gun to lose as well. However, at the very least, CLG Red with this momentum, they have a little bit of economy padding. They can afford to lose a round.
There.
Yeah, but the Empress there for Sonder, so could use it at any point in time if needed, right? We see that. Seem like those Sonder's actually going to be able to pick these players off one by one, but no, it's just the one. KP there for the trade-off, the spike down in KP's hand as well. So now Amnesia is attempting to pick Laurie off the operator there. Is Amnesia going to be able to pull it off the wall? Panini's dead. That's the one. Now there's a second. Amnesia can smell it. Smell where Laurie is. Smell the placement. A complete updraft over. Will this be a clutch? A Red Bull clutch for Amnesia? Or is Amnesia going to falter here? The spike's still in the hands of mid, in the hands of Shopify. So, I mean, this is going to be very dangerous for Amnesia to pull through. Beautiful shock dart that just came through to clear out this mid.
But the Viper's Pit is available, and that's where the Spectre kind of shines. In that sense, you can get those spray throughs, get those close points of contact, force those closer angles instead of taking the long range of fights. And Viper's Pit does come out right off the bat on A.
Yeah.
Massive, actually, that Shopify Rebellion was able to save that to go into this round. Now, it's gonna be that Owl Drone on the side of KP, trying to clear up mid, but Rise still looking to lurk up. However, bomb in hand this time could be a mid play out and out.
I think it's beautiful how close CLG is making this round. Especially, you know, on Icebox here. Shopify's pick. But Amnesia does have this resurrection to utilize. If anybody goes down, Amnesia's gonna take it. And I love this mid take. They're going in, they're applying some pressure down on main. Attempting to maybe get some attention there. The wall comes up. Lori knows, but Lori does have at least some placement here. They're gonna have to peek, and it's gonna be dangerous, especially with two players of CLG holding right alongside. And Panini's scared for their lives. Nobody's on the site assisting. Just by themselves, the drops come through.
No
but
way.
there's the 2K. Beautiful. The decay assisting with Panini. Doesn't need the second. And we can see Rise by themselves attempting this 1v3. 13 seconds left. Somebody could peek out. And it's going to be Sonder.
Even though that round didn't go in the favor of CLG Red, I do want to point out the fact that I like the fact that they tried to innovate there. You know, the Viper's Pit came out, would be normally expected for a mid take. They decide to go through CT screens to A, and now moving towards a B heavy default here for CLG Red. The B site, it's actually worked out more in their favor on the attacking side so far, so not too surprising that they're making their way back downtown. On an eco, though, or a bit of a half buy, force up, if you will. I believe this is the last round before the swap, so they gotta use all the money they got.
I mean, most definitely here, though Sonder is trying to take it. We do still have this Empress Spicy, and I want to see it be utilized here, especially within this last round. But it's Sonder still able to keep it, especially as a Hunter's Fury from KP pulls everybody back. But it's Han closing it out. No Empress used today, but it's still difficult because we can see Han by themselves attempting to fight for the B-site. The spike in hand and the operator from Lori holding the angle at which Han is trying to clear.
Point on the board, and then likely a second because they'd be able to afford that buy up into the second round of this half. And that would be really, really important as far as, you know, to close this gap. Otherwise, it would be Shopify Rebellion likely taking it to double digits right off the bat. But a slow pistol round here for Shopify Rebellion. The Owl Drone in the hands of KP, looking to clear out that pipe's space. And now it's going to just be a burst execution onto site.
Yeah, and they have it. CLG are gonna have to get this retake, but they do have this wall for the retake. You see that Viper's wall completely coming in diagonal to the other. You can see Rise with the first pick off. Lori completely caught off guard. And now it's KP here, still having that shock dart. Could get some damage down, but Han is really doing a number. Tons and tons of damage colliding onto KP. We can see the wall up, the retake there, and this is what I wanted to see out of this Sage wall. I said it before, beautiful. Amnesia is utilizing it perfectly, and Han going to be the perfect body block there to ensure that nobody's going to be picking off my teammate. Claudia, take that spike. I got your back.